Kia ora team, I'm leaning against a young Kauri tree and I think Kauri trees are pretty incredible. One of the reasons I think Kauri are incredible is the way that they hold themselves rooted in the ground. So being such a large tall tree, you would think that the Kauri would have a deep taproot deep into the ground, holding it in place when the winds blow so that it wouldn't fall over. But the Kauri has a different strategy. The Kauri has a root, but it also has long mats of roots that shoot out across the top surface of the ground and peg themselves in with little peg roots at the ends. The interesting thing about that is the Kauri relies on all the other trees around it and the weight that they create to hold the tree in the ground. When the wind blows, that weight sitting on top of the Kauri roots holds it down in the ground on top of those peg roots, and the tree can't blow over. The interesting thing about that is that the Kauri is one of the biggest giants in the forest, and it creeps up into the canopy and gets itself a lot of sunshine, but it knows that it has to let enough light wells through, enough sunshine through to the smaller trees around it so that they can grow big, tall and strong and heavy, so that they can actually weigh down the Kauri on the ground. I think that's a great analogy for life, and the reason I think that's a great analogy for life is because we can be tall as individuals, but we actually need our entire communities to help us grow. The taller we grow, the heavier and taller our community needs to grow also. If we can help our community get light so they can grow, that means that we can grow taller and stronger ourselves. I think that's a great analogy for how we should operate in the world. The other thing is that it's the community that keeps us grounded. Another interesting thing about Kauri, I reckon, is that Kauri, unlike other trees, has an amazing ability to isolate their branches and pop them off. And so how that happens is the Kauri grows branches, and as it grows, its old branches get shaded out by the new branches that grow above it. The old branches that were once really useful for grabbing sunshine and photosynthesizing it into energy for the tree start to get shaded out, they start to get a bit damaged, and they aren't as useful as they once were. The Kauri has a unique ability to isolate the sap flow to those old branches and squeeze them off. They pop off and they fall to the ground. Not many trees can do that with their old branches, and that extra weight that the Kauri was carrying from those branches and the extra energy it was putting into those branches doesn't need to be expended on those old parts of its life, and they can fall away and the tree can continue to grow tall and strong. And I think that also is an interesting analogy for life. The reason I think that's a great analogy for life is because there's parts of our lives that serve a purpose at a time. As we grow and we progress in our trajectory through life, some of those older parts of our lives are no longer relevant in our new existence. We can choose to reduce the amount of energy we put into those parts of our lives, and we can essentially cast them off so they're no longer holding us back from our current existence and our aspirations and achievements which we hope to progress into. So I think that's a great analogy for life. There's lots of lessons we can learn from the Kauri. We can learn, hey, we need our entire community to help us grow. The stronger the community grows, the stronger we can grow also. We can also say, hey, some of those things that served me in the past are no longer serving me well. They could even be detracting from my life now. And we can actually choose not to put as much energy into those parts of our lives. And those are all the lessons that we learn out here in the bush when we're hanging out with our friends, the Kauri tree. That's why they're pretty amazing.